When you're cool, like me, and you have kidney stones.
Hard Rock.
Darker and bitterer, the better.
Hard Rock.
This is the new technology in dishwashing right now. And they're missing the Hard Rock Lunchbox.
Hard Rock.
As bad and old as I'm looking these days, it has not been tens of thousands of years.
Hard Rock.
Critique and criticism in the boxes, they go hand in hand.
Hard Rock.
As always, please consult your doctor or pharmacist before taking any advice from the Hard Rock Lunchbox. Also, don't ever take any advice from the Hard Rock Lunchbox.
Hard Rock Lunchbox.
What is up, everybody? It's time for another Hard Rock Lunchbox and the Top 20. I'm your host. My name is Slim Shady. For those of you playing at home, I managed to shave my beard some. I trimmed it down. I am happy to announce that a lot of the gray is gone or fading in. Weird. I'm like Wizard Whitebeard all of a sudden, but not quite yet. Maybe within the next decade we can go gray, but not yet, good people. Definitely taking it. I'm actually I've started to wonder like what's going to happen because soccer's going to start soon, so I'm going to see all the hurricanes and stuff, and I wonder if they'll just like walk right by me, because that would be pretty fun. What's going on, everybody? You want to have a show? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. So what's going on in the world? How's everybody doing? It is it's an interesting time to be alive, as I keep saying. I had to go to the blood store this morning. Blood taketh away store. They actually. I'm hoping they were kidding, but they were concerned about the sheer volume of blood I had to give today for some blood tests. 7 vials. I don't know what the normal is, but I know that that's a lot. And I'm not sure actually all the stuff they were looking for, but I knew we kind of threw a lot of spaghetti at the wall. We're just trying to find out like what's going on. But I am monitoring a bunch of stuff. I know I was trying to check my thyroid, trying to check all my man stuff, stress hormones, the huge. Everything that goes into making this the mess that it is every week for you. So, if you're interested. I also had to pick up a pee container, which is fun. If you've never had a pee container, so when you have kidney stones, when you're cool, like me, and you have kidney stones, or develop kidney stones, or produce. They call me a grower. I'm a grower of kidney stones. Much like it's legal to grow weed in New York, it is also legal to grow kidney stones in New York. So I am a grower of kidney stones. It is not one of those diet-related ones where they're like, just don't eat chocolate and don't eat spinach, don't eat oxalates, basically. It's not one of those, which was so disappointing. Because I mean, like, I like spinach and I like occasional chocolate. Like, I like the good chocolate. I don't like the shit chocolate. I'm not chocolate shaming anybody. Like, you do you, man. I'm not here to step on you or your crackle bar. Like, I think crackles are fantastic. I'm more of a 78% plus kind of guy, because I don't have much of a sweet tooth, so the darker and bitterer, the better. And yes, that's what I just said. People listening right now are like, the bitter I can understand, the darker it's a bit of a surprise. I didn't know that's what it's... But, yeah, so that would have been good. But apparently it's just a genetic thing. I will say my travels in the kidney stone information sphere have been interesting, because I had my first kidney stone years ago, like maybe 10-something years ago, and it's not uncommon to have a kidney stone. It's just not. Lots of people have them. A lot of kidney stones are diet based, right? Like if you have like a trash bag diet, like you probably got a kidney stone or two, and it's if you don't know, and I know this is why you tune in to the Hard Rock Lunchbox every week, And also, if you want to submit this and get this medically checked, you can submit it like on YouTube. There's those guys that do reaction videos. So I'm just going to talk from personal experience. As always, please consult your doctor or pharmacist before taking any advice from the Hard Rock Lunchbox. Also, don't ever take any advice from the Hard Rock Lunchbox. Medical or otherwise. Please see your doctor in case of nausea, diarrhea, or bleeding from the ears. Yeah, see, now I've covered my bases. We're all set. But from my experiences, it's just not uncommon for people to have kidney stones, right? Because of diet and other things and medications and stuff like that. It's just super common. So I didn't think anything of it. I went, and eventually it passed. Like, I didn't even need surgery or anything. The best part, actually, about, like, kidney stones is, like, if you ask for, like, meds, like pain meds to manage it, like, by the way, thanks all you opioid addicted people for just ruining it for the rest of us when we're actually in pain. But when you are having kidney stone pain, they don't recommend any of that stuff. They actually just take, like, take some Motrin, take some Advil. So I'm like, okay, is one bottle going to be enough? Like, that stuff really hurts. I've told this story before. I think I told it on the box, but oh wait, I'm jumping. I'm time traveling. We should stop doing that. By the way, why does anybody know why? Does anybody out in the audience? Oh no, there it is. I was gonna say, does anybody in the listening audience know why my laptop isn't working? And as soon as I said that, it just started working. I know everyone's always like so super concerned about like our devices are listening to us and stuff like that, but like I gotta tell you, I'm really starting to kind of be cool with it. Like, I think we're gonna need a new dishwasher, and I just like said in presence of all my computer devices and made like some announcement like, I know President's Day is coming up, I think we might need a new dishwasher. And like by the time I checked my email, Costco was like, hey I couldn't help but hear with my giant Chinese spy balloon that you might need a dishwasher. They're really cool now. They actually have like this third tier rack. I had never seen that before, but that's like good for like utensils, like tongs and stuff like that, because tongs and ladles and that kind of stuff like really, really mess up my dishwasher. And I know that like that's probably a really common problem for nobody, but it's just a thing. Like, it's weird. Like, I just I don't spend a lot of my life like talking about or even discovering like the new advances in dishwasher technology, but like there's somebody that literally does that every day. And there's probably people that are into it. Like, I don't know, like I know a lot of people that follow like a lot of weird people on Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that. Like, there's probably somebody following a dishwasher, this is the new technology in dishwashing right now. And they're missing the Hard Rock Lunchbox. They're probably better. But anyway, let me just work all my way back. So yeah, kidney stones, yes. So years ago, and I was just like, I was in so much pain from it. And I remember, and this is the story that I told, because this is probably one of my funniest DJ Meets the Internet moments, because it's like 2 a.m, and I'm like in a complete soaked sweat. And I'm like, okay, I guess this is it. So like, I wasn't like writing letters to my kids just yet, but like I was definitely like keeping an eye on where the pen and paper was. But like it was so bad, and then it's like just violently throwing up, and then like everything else was like every hole was an option and not on the in way. Like, this is not that show, sir. Like, this is a totally other show. Exiting every orifice of my body, just totally like cleaning house, like all that. It was just gross. So like by the time like I came back to normal, I actually went on the computer. This is back when there was like a family room computer, like so the 1920s. So back then, and I just typed in a bunch of my symptoms, like fever, nausea, lower back pain. Just typed them all in, and up comes the Mayo Clinic, and it just pops up, and it's like kidney stones. here are the 7 signs you're having kidney stones. Dude, I checked every single one of those boxes. I have not scored that high on a test since college. And I was like, oh, that's what's happening. So they recommended, like, do some yoga positions. And I was like, oh, cool, I do yoga every day. No, I don't. So that was out. But I did try and, like, a little cat and cow or cat and camel, whatever they are, and heating pad and stuff like that, and a lot of NSAIDs, which are Motrin, Advil, whatever I was taking at the time. So I took all that, like, was up all night long, and then went to I went to the doctor because I didn't know what it was. And, like, I wasn't sure, but they were like, this is what you have to do. So I was like, I need you to make this stop, doctor. This is what we agreed to. And they sent me to get it sonogrammed, I think. CAT scanned. I don't even remember. But I remember just being in so much pain and nobody was interested in helping. And then eventually it just passed. Pain just stopped. And it turned out I had like a 2 or 3 millimeter kidney stone. And that's what happens. It hurts a lot. And that's that. Now, fast forward 10 to 15 years later, completely forgotten about all this. Just having minor familiarity with this kidney stone pain, because there really is nothing that feels like it. Like, it's pretty specific. Like, once you've had it, like, you know how they say, like, you have to cook like shrimp or steak a lot before you get a feel for when it's done? Like, you really only need to have the one kidney stone, because nothing else really feels like that, except maybe a stabbing. Like, a stabbing might feel like that, because it's just super internal and you just can't get to it. Like, you can't apply any pressure on it. It's not like you can just lean to the side and let your other kidney roll over and just kind of like massage it. Like, you basically have a jagged rock trying to come down like this not jagged hole. Can you see that? Everybody got this? All right, cool. This is not to scale, by the way. And it hurts. Like, there's no, like, medically, like, you know, if your pain... I will tell you this. Like, the one thing about kidney stones I've learned in my lifetime, it has reframed what I consider a 10 in pain twice. That's how bad they are. So the first time I had it, oh, that was my new 10. Now, I've been in the hospital for, like, slices and stuff, like, you know, real deep gashes, and I've been in pain before. Like, I broke my hand, like, when I was a teenager, like not, you know, like, my dad was once in an accident, like a car accident, and he was just like, they, like, put pins in his legs and stuff like that. That seems like it was a lot of pain. But they also were pretty free and liberal back then with the pain medication, so I'm not sure where the 10 lies. But I will tell you that first time it reset my 10 pretty goddamn hard. And then, like, 10, 15 years later, I started having that pain again. And I went to, like, another urologist, like an actual urologist this time, because it was so bad. I'd gone to my doctor. She's like, you got to go to a urologist. They need to do all this. So they did, like, CAT scans and x-rays and sonograms and all that other stuff. And we were kind of monitoring it, but it was definitely, like, hanging out by the hose from which it comes out. But it was a 10 millimeter kidney stone, which the human body cannot pass. It's not like just suck it up, buttercup. You physically cannot pass that. If you try, it will tear your ureter, and then they have to go in and repair it surgically. So they have to go in and get it or blast it or whatever. I was dealing with this and medication. It was coming and going. I was hoping it was just not going to be a problem. They were giving me all kinds of medicine to try and dissolve it a little bit, or at least wear it away. But they don't really have anything that does that, because the kidney's, like, super sensitive. So basically what they do is they give you stuff that makes you pee all day long. And the plan is to basically, all the urine and all the water that's coming through your kidney will eventually erode away this crystallized, you know, deposit. And you're basically trying to get your body to do to this kidney stone what the Colorado River has done to the Grand Canyon. But the Colorado River has had tens of thousands of years. And as bad and old as I'm looking these days, it has not been tens of thousands of years, even though it definitely might feel it. So that's important. So while we were monitoring all that, it got so bad that I actually had to go back to, like, emergency urologist, and I remember, because I was totally bent over in half, and they were like, you need to sign in, and I'm like, I cannot, I could barely drive myself here. And they gave me a shot that it was such a weird shot, because I was in so much pain that I couldn't breathe, I couldn't sit, and then this shot, like, it didn't even, like, slowly go away, like, it just stopped. And what they said it was like some sort of, nerve agent. It stops the spasms of like the ureter and like probably everything else in my body at the same time. But it just stopped it. So basically my ureter didn't care anymore. And it was like a paralytic for that. And then the pain stopped. But the doctor said like, you'll probably be in the ER by the end of the night. So by 10 o'clock that night, I was in the ER. I was right down the road from Veery's. I probably could have, used a good concert or whatever. And they emergency lithotripsed my kidney and pulled that shit out. And that was my new 10. So now, as part of monitoring this long-ass story, is that every now and then you have to do what's called the 24-hour urine collection. The reason you do that is because they want to monitor not only your output to make sure you're urinating enough, which I assure you, sir, I am, but they also want to make sure that the chemicals that I have to take, unfortunately, that are probably ruining all of this, are also doing their job and they're making their way down. Now my urologist that I finally went back to, he was actually just saying, we're probably going to have to double up on your potassium citrate. Now, potassium citrate, as far as I can tell, all it does is make you pee 75 gallons of water every 32 minutes, and they want to double up on that. I know, I can't wait. I'm just going to start taking, water and tea and just pouring it right in the toilet because that's what's up. But I didn't come here to talk about any of that. I do need to say more. Thank you. I appreciate that. And as always, critique and criticism in the boxes, they go hand in hand. Why even have the show? My only saving grace is that I can't make any typos while I'm actually speaking, although if anybody could. I actually did want to spend a good amount of time talking about what's going on in Jersey with Adriana Cush, because I am just completely blown away by that, but I don't think I'm going to get to do that now during the top 20 because I've talked way too much about myself in typical DJ form. The Adriana Cush thing is, she was the girl that was bullied, and then they had video surface of her getting beaten up in school, and it went viral on social media, and then she took her own life 48 hours later, and I am just shocked by the behavior of some of the people in this world. And I think I'm bothered more that I'm still shocked by it. I really just blown away. I will tell you that I spent not a little amount of time over the past few days just wondering how I could form some sort of group or organization that could help people like that, people that are being bullied, kind of a la My Bodyguard movie, if you ever saw that movie. But something like that, because honestly, in my opinion, what needs to happen at that level of... I understand taunting and teasing, and that's a very difficult thing to deal with, but I do think it still could be dealt with. But I think what's a clearer thing is physical bullying and abuse, and basically denial by the school board. I'm so glad that superintendent resigned, because I am so ready to go figure out where he lives and teach that dude a severe lesson. But the physical bullying and stuff that goes on in schools, I feel that's super easy to fix. You just need a organization that's willing to do it. And I don't want to be all A-team about this, but there really is nothing that will stop four 15-year-old girls from physically beating a 14-year-old girl. There's nothing that's going to stop them faster than some 17-year-old girls beating the ever-loving shit out of them. And I am all for it. I really am. I understand that there's retribution, but if you make it very clear that retribution goes both ways, so it's if you take the beating for beating up somebody else and now you're going to punish this other person, you just need to know that beating that you got is nothing compared to the one that's coming. And I don't know why we don't do that, honestly. I don't know why that is. These people are nothing but typical Jersey trash bags with Jersey trash bag parents. And I'm not saying anything about people from New Jersey. I'm referring to specific types of people that live in every state. These are just Jersey ones. You don't make kids like that. Kids like that just don't pop out. Like you make kids like that. You don't make them by being like a normal good person. Very few good normal people have really shitbag kids, right? Like you can absolutely have like, psychological problems and stuff like that. Like that happens. That's not here. This is raising your daughters to be absolute trash bags. And I am all for the accountability of those parents, because I know that at least 3 of these girls already have been charged with third-degree felonies, and I'm hoping to God they spend some time in jail, because nothing is going to be better than them getting their absolute asses kicked in juvie, because I can't wait, because you know how tough those mid-New Jersey white girls are, right? Yeah, the answer is 0 tough. That's how I am watching this story like a hawk, because I want their lives ruined, because they ruined this young girl's life. And I still think we should be able to put something together and make it work out so that we can just swoop in and help these people, like a guardian angels of middle schoolers. Just I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it legally. I don't know how to do it like ethically and morally, but I just know it will work. And as always, send your ideas to Monty at creatingstrange.net, and we'll just carry on from there. Unless it's a good idea, then you can send it straight to Hard Rock Lunchbox at gmail.com. But I don't know. It's a work in progress. I'm trying to think about it. Maybe we'll talk about it later on in the show. Sorry about all that. I did have some light housekeeping, but nothing super important. New episode of the Top 20. Bacon is my podcast. They're doing the. They made their. I don't know that I should spoil it, because they made their announcement last night. But it's a big announcement. Go check out Discussions and Drinks. Bacon is my podcast. All that's on Stranger at TV. I'm not sure what I can say, because I think they want you to watch the episode. So I'm not going to say anything. So what do you think about that? And that's kind of what we're going to do for now. I don't know. But right now, I'm gonna play some music. Oh, by the way, I'm playing this song because I would really like to have some of what this song is about. So if anybody knows a shortcut to that, like, I could definitely use some. So from me to you, that'd be appreciated. What do you do? I like that. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just a radio show host, barely.